Hey guys, Samantha Clark from The Profitable Horse. Let's talk about some cost savings. These are things that you can immediately get some benefit from and bring profitability to the bottom line. Okay, top line revenue, middle line your expenses, bottom line is what you take home. Okay, cost savings: feed, hay, bedding, shelters, repair supplies, basics. Okay, especially your feed, your hay, and your bedding. These here are going to be your holy grail right there. Now, feed. Can we buy it in volume? Okay. Can we buy pallets of it? Okay. Those are going to be the discounts that you're going to bring in. If you're feeding all your horses the same thing, why are you getting into your truck, driving down to the feed store and paying individual retail price for every single bag? Why are you not calling up the feed store and finding out how much it would cost you to get a whole pallet of these things, put those things into storage? Okay. Now, I'm assuming that you're feeding a number of horses. You don't have 2, 3, 4, 5 horses, all right? But even then, maybe there's a certain volume that you can get from your local feed store, okay? The other thing is shop around. Excuse my baby smashing remote controls at the moment. But shop around, okay? We have a local feed store near us. Thank goodness. I've been going to them since I was like 13 years old, where their cost of feed is so cheap that people will travel 18 hours. O-U-R-S, okay? 18 hours to get there to buy their cheaper feed. Exact same stuff. They're just a little bit cheaper, okay? Shop around. That's gonna help you buy in volume, buy pallets if you can, if you have the storage capacity for it. The other big one is your hay, okay? One thing that kills me, now, this is gonna very much depend on your offering, horse health, all of that stuff, okay? Totally get it. But for the bulk of our horses, why are we feeding small squares? Okay. Is it because we don't have the equipment to handle bigger bales? Okay. There are pieces of equipment that you can buy to help you manage a round bale or a large square. Okay. I'm a huge proponent of large squares. I know round bales have a bad reputation. So instead of small squares, go to large squares, okay? I'll do a separate video on hay and the actual breakdown of, is it actually gonna be cheaper for you to buy the large equipment to feed a large square, and use that as an example. But here's the thing. So let's say a horse, let's grab another sheet of paper here. I should have grabbed a calculator, however, okay. So let's say your average horse, let's say, goes through 20 bales of small squares, okay? Small squares. Around here, those bales are $8 per bale, okay? So doing some quick math, that's gonna be what, $160? $160 per month per horse. That's on a small square. I can tell you right now, I could feed one large square per horse. That large square is $70, okay? That's gonna cost me $70 per month per horse. I just saved you $90 per horse per month, okay? Now, if I have 20 horses, that's going to be $1,800 per month. Do you think you could pick up a used tractor for less than that? I think so. Do you think you could pick up an ATV and one of these little implements to move them around for you? I think so. Do you think you can find a shelter, cheap shelter, to store them in? I can tell you right now, we found one, I think it was 20 feet by 40 feet in our area against Canadian dollars for $2,600, okay? Is that going to pay for itself in a short period of time? 100%. I know I said I would do this in another video, but that was too important for us to talk about. Okay, so let's go back to this. Bedding. I don't have the numbers on bedding for going bulk. However, what I can say, so let's say shavings around us are $8 per bag. Okay. I think I don't have outdoor horses. I don't have indoor horses, but my little Google search, I think we're like max 16 bags per month. So let me do some math on that. That's $80 plus, let's call it another 40, another 48. So it's what, $128 per month in shavings. Okay, that's shavings. Now, let's do something let's look at a different product. Let's look at straw. Okay, so straw is $5 per bale, small bale. Okay, this is even a large bales. $5 per bale. Let's use the same 16 bales per month. 5 times 16 is going to be what, $80 per month? All right, that's straw. I think I wrote that over there. So that's going to end up giving you a savings of $48 per month. Again, if we have 20 horses, that's what? $960. $960 per month in savings. Could you use that? Right? Let's say in this case, instead of doing a small bale, because now we have a tractor, let's say for a large hay, let's say we use large bales. All right, buy a large round bale of straw. That's about $60. I can guarantee you, no problem, without even thinking about it, that a bale will last you a month per stall. All right. So that's another $20 per month times 20 horses. We're looking at what? Another $400 per month. Between all of this, so we're at what? $1,360 plus $1,800. Let's call it, I just saved you $3,000 a month on 20 horses. You tell me how that's not making money, okay? This is where our models are flawed, and this is where we have to look into these things, okay? So let's move on to shelters. How do we save money on shelters? A, shop around, right? That's one thing. Can we build them ourselves? Can we learn how to do these things ourselves, okay? I'm not saying you gotta go out, make your hay, and start chopping down wood for shavings or anything like that. But can we make these shelters ourselves? So I'll tell you right now, I'm an accountant, I work in sales. I am not a construction worker, not one way or another. But my family came together and we built 3 shelters in a weekend. Actually like a weekend and a half, but whatever. That saved us $2,000 per shelter. That was $6,000 that we saved. And other thing that we did with that, we didn't just go to Home Depot and buy our wood. Nope, we went on Facebook Marketplace. We shopped around. We found some of our wood off of Facebook Marketplace. I did get some stuff from Home Depot, but I didn't just walk in with a cart and pick it up. I went online, found out that you could just buy builder grade stuff, all right? A little cheaper, maybe a little cheaper quality, didn't look as pretty, but I was able to order that at Home Depot. They delivered it to the farm for $75 for all 3 shelters. I ended up saving, I think it was about $800 per shelter just by getting the cheaper wood, okay? Again, be resourceful, shop around. Maybe you don't want to build them, which is totally fine. I wouldn't always recommend it. But maybe you find an Amish community near you and they'll build it for you a lot cheaper, right? So just being resourceful, finding people. And honestly, once you're into these Amish communities, it's usually easy to find the next person that'll help you out. You call them up. Hey, I know you built my shelter. I'm looking for somebody to do fences. Can you or somebody you know do that, right? Can you build my barn? Can you build my indoor arena? Whatever it is, they will be resourceful. Hey, do you know somebody for water tubs, right? Water tubs aren't cheap. And same with repair supplies, right? Repair supplies, or even go back to our shelters. The material we got for our roof, I was able to buy it from a wholesaler. So it went from, I think it was like $60 a sheet at Home Depot. And I think my cost from the wholesaler was I want to say like $18 a sheet, something like that. Okay. And I think I needed like 7 sheets per. So, I mean, let's do the math, right? So let's say 60, 20, $40 per sheet times 7. I did not realize I was this good at math. 4 times 7 is what? 28. So that's $280 per shelter. Let's call it $300. I just saved $900 on the 3 shelters. Okay. So this is where being resourceful is going to help you guys. Buy in volume, buy in bulk, buy multiples of things. All right. These are the things that are going to help you. Buy wholesale. Here's another idea. Become a rep for stuff, right? Be a supplement rep, sell it, distribute it, be a distributor. You could distribute, let's say, horse halters and lead ropes. Maybe each time a new horse comes to your training facility, they get a new halter and lead rope, right? What a great way to brand this stuff and become memorable. You can be a rep for supplements, right? Distribute those supplements, get them out there. That'll save yourself money. And don't be afraid to buy used. Oh my goodness. Here, let me get this one out here, okay? We need to talk about this. Buy used. All right. If anybody doesn't know what it's called, it is called Facebook Marketplace. I bought 6x6 8-foot wood posts. I have bought the roof for the shelters. I found the wholesaler. I found that through Facebook Marketplace. That's just one place. There's so many other places, but what a great resource. My indoor arena. I bought directly from an aggregate supplier. He literally goes to the quarry, picks it up and drops it off my spot. So I picked the sand. He dropped it off. Where I probably would have paid like 10 grand for this, I paid $1,500. Our driveway needs to get repaired. I got quoted $7,500. Okay, I'll write this down. $7,500 for aggregate. Okay, it's some gravel. We've got a really, really long driveway. I know my guy can get me that for at least maybe a little bit less. That's $3,000 in 1 year. Okay. I would love that in my pocket, not theirs, right? These are things I'm talking about. So that's $7,500. This is just my gravel driveway. For me to have somebody come do it, I got quoted 2 numbers. One number was $7,500 on top of the gravel. The other one was $1,400. Okay, this is our shop around. Don't go with the first guy. Okay, so here's how much I have the tractor. Here's how much it would cost me just to do it myself, to buy the equipment. The implement I need is $1,800. Oops, not 1,800. 1,800, okay? So, yes, it's $400 more than this guy, but here's the reality. I have to keep my driveway in good repair, given the volume of people coming up and down it. So this is not a one-time charge, okay? Let's say this is gonna cost me 2 times per year. All right, versus $1,800. This just went to $2,800. Now I just saved myself another $1,000 per year. Okay, that's $4 grand a year. $4 grand a year I just saved myself by being resourceful, getting the implements myself, and doing it. Now, here's the thing. You are gonna have to manage being able to have the upfront cash to do this stuff. So I understand that you are going to need the cash to do these things, okay? I some of them, but let's be resourceful. Let's start buying used. Let's start buying a volume where we can. Where are those cash savings that we can start to build up this roster so that then we can go buy the implements, right? We're going to have the cash down to go buy our tractor. How can we be resourceful to do these things to get ourselves started, all right? These are just some ideas. I don't want you to walk in and say, I can't do it because of X, Y, Z. I don't have the cash. I don't have the time. I don't have this, that, the other. Make the time, okay? Our time is allocated based on the things that are our priorities. This should be a priority for you, okay? If your business is drowning, this is a priority for you. Starting now by buying used, buying bulk where we can, okay? That's going to start to give you a little bit of breathing room. What happens when you have breathing room? I'm having a sigh because I'm feeling breathing room. You start to become more creative with these things, okay? And it's a skill set. No, we weren't all born being accountants and resourceful and this, that, and the other, okay? This is a skill set that you're starting to develop, and you will get better, and you will get better, and you will get better at it, okay? Again, guys, like the video if you want to see more of it, subscribe to our channel, and comment, all right? This is going to help us, giving us great content and keep it all going.